What is up, you guys? What is going on? You've probably seen a little bit of the title of the video, and you're probably interested. Some way or another, you're interested on this. But yes, this video is about habits, good habits, bad habits, all kinds of habits, but especially bad habits, and breaking that chain, that function of habits. So that's was basically what the kind of the topic of this video is going to be about, because habits are very interesting, and I love understanding what habits can be. And you know, especially now in this day and age, I always love going on Instagram or on Twitter and just seeing all the memes about depression and anxiety. And so, like, depression had me like this, anxiety had me like that, and it's just really funny to see that kind of stuff. So instead of just always focusing on that, like, let's try to kind of almost shift it and talk more about what can positivity and motivation and just a good overall healthy mindset and how to create one. You know, bad habits are really a funny thing, because I feel like bad habits are really easy to pick up. And that's pretty obvious to most people and to the rest of the world. But, there's all kinds of stuff like that. Like picking up smoking or drinking or even drug abuse or any of those kind of serious topics. Those are habits. And those are habits we tend to pick up over time. And bad thinking is just like that. Bad thoughts are very addicting. Negative thoughts are very addicting. Anxiety-filled thoughts, the what if, should have, and if onlys. Negativity is very addicting, and you might be hearing me say that, go like, what the fuck, negativity is addicting? But it really is. Negativity is really, really addicting. It's really interesting, and it's very it's one of those things that we're so addicted to negativity, if it in all kinds of ways, whether it's like hearing gossip or talking about others or hearing other people talk about others, and just to things like that. That's kind of like on the same level. Or it's one of those things, thinking badly about yourself. It's repetitive, it's always there, it's easy to get into that cycle. So basically, having those bad habits and indulging in those kind of attributes is definitely very addicting, because it's one of those things that it's so easy to think about bad things. It's so easy to sit there and look in the mirror and go, man, I'm looking a little fat today. I'm not looking as good as yesterday. Or maybe I'm just not good enough today. Or my friend's looking better today than I am, whatever day, Or this and that. Or you can always find problems in so many aspects of yourself, in so many aspects of life. So when you think about that, it's just so easy to get into. It's easy to sit around and think about how hard I've had it. It's easy to sit around and think about, maybe I just haven't had the best luck in my life, or maybe something's against me. It's so easy to do that because it sounds convenient, doesn't it? It really does. It really sounds convenient when you sit there and you think to yourself, man, maybe something is against me, in a spiritual way, or in a mentality kind of way, or just any kind of way, really. But reality is, the only person that's in the way, and the only thing that's honestly stopping you from having a healthy mentality is you. It's very easy to get in the routine of things, especially negativity, and you have to break that little by little to start being addicted to the good mentalities, to start going, okay, how can I break this? Well, I do this. I think about this a lot. How about cutting it a little bit off today? How about instead of going instantly to that bad thought or idea about something or someone or about myself, maybe I can start seeing it more as a blessing, or start seeing as, how can I change that a little bit different? Change is a very interesting thing, and that's one big part in taking into the right steps for the right mentality, for the right views, for the right, chains of just good habits and good mentality and just overall good thinking, good process. Because if you're good up here, you're going to be good everywhere else. You're going to start focusing better. You're going to start focusing on yourself a lot more. You're going to want better things in life. You're going to basically want to be more well-rounded and being overall just wanting the best for yourself. And that's what you really want to honestly do. And when you're on a chain of just negativity, it's not going to allow you to see that. because you're obsessed with it. You're obsessed with the what can go wrong, how can it go wrong, why is it wrong, why is it me, why is it that, the what if, should if, and if only, this, and that. You're spinning your tires, and it's easy to do that. That's one way to break anxiety. That's one way to break depression. That's one good way to, just break over all these things by putting barriers and going, okay, that's enough of that. It's this mentality that's doing this. It's this thought that's kind of starting this. Start learning about yourself. Start learning about your routine of your negativity, and start learning how to break that routine and start making a new routine. Okay, I can do this. I can do that. It's like anything. You want to start. Where things are coming from. When you're learning something, you start from the ground up. You start with the basics, and you move up and you move up and you move up until you're honestly pro at that. You're on some different level. You're on some different good shit. And that's what ultimately is going to happen to you mentally. And believe it, and one thing that I can't stress enough is that when you do this kind of thing, it is going to be hard. And it's going to be very difficult at the beginning. But just keep in mind that everything is hard. Everything is. Not everything is going to be easy. Maybe a few things are. But for the most part, it's going to be a task. It's going to be a journey. And I'm not going to be here to tell y'all that, this is going to happen overnight. You can forget that. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that everything's going to be better tomorrow, because it may not be. But what I can promise you is that if you stick to your routine of looking at things differently, knowing that you can be better tomorrow, having that mentality that I want to change more than anything else, and making the right efforts and the right steps to doing those things, I guarantee you're going to start seeing a little bit different. You'll start seeing a mood change. You'll start to find yourself laughing a little bit more. You'll start to see yourself enjoying things a little bit more, wanting to meet more people, wanting to meet friends, and just doing little extra things like that. You'll start to see yourself change overall. You'll start to blossom of who you really want to be. So it all starts with your mentality, people, and stop that chain of negativity. It's so easy to get into it, like I said at the beginning. So just try to cut that and make it minimalistic as possible. So that's just one of the big basic routines to be a positive person in general. You go on Instagram and it's always so funny. I love those. It's like, oh man, keys to success or this and blah blah blah, and some guy pulling up in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something, and it's like, dude, okay, it's just some inflated fat cat talking about what he's driving, so it's whatever with that. So it's always really funny to see that kind of stuff. So keep in mind, people, that it's up to you. That you honestly got this. It's your mind, it's your body, it's your spirituality. You have a choice. You have a choice. So I believe in y'all. Take it from another homie to y'all. So stay strong. Start to get positive. Start changing your mentality little by little. And that's what's going to be the biggest part. For the little baby steps. But once you do that, you're going to be hitting the ground running like nothing. Shit's going to hit your way. Things are going to get tougher, but you're strong. You're tougher than nails. And you're ready for it. So mark my words on it, people. You got this. So on that note, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Whatever. Have a good day at work, at school, wherever you guys are at, whatever you're doing. And just try to enjoy yourselves, because life is crazy. Trust me. It's like, don't even trust me. Just go out there and do it. Do your thing. And you guys keep killing it. I'm Anthony, and I'm out.